Hi, aloha, welcome to this class on Constructivism, and we're going to talk about the definition. I'm going to read it for you, and it goes like this. Individuals actively construct new knowledge from their experiences rather than outside to within the learner. Well, I thought of a couple of key terms, and those terms are like this. Individuals, so that a specific person is the one that is actively constructing their own knowledge. This is a very important and very specific issue, that it is the person, a single person, who is constructing their own knowledge actively, so they're intentionally pursuing learning. So another definition here, all right, is the knowledge is individually constructed through interactions with the environment and others. That's cognitive. And is co-constructed through interactions with others. That is social. So, the constructivism thinks that learning is social and cognitive, but also they think that education or learning is individually done, but also that it is a interaction. So it's not just an interaction with their environment or something to learn. It's an interaction with others as well. So here are a few of the founders of Constructivism. That would be Piaget and Vygotsky and Brunner. Now, I believe Brunner is still alive. He was born in 1915, and he is the son of Polish immigrants. And Piaget, he was Swiss, and he died in 1980. Now, Vygotsky is a Russian, and he was born in 1896, and he was he died in 1934. Each one of these gentlemen, all right, okay, were all psychologists, all right. Vygotsky, we know him most closely concerning his zone proximal development. Now, Brunner also had some contributions. He thought that there was the cognitive psychology, developmental psychology, and educational psychology. Now, we know that Piaget is the one who really believed in this equilibrium and disequilibrium, and that when there is confusion or something that's being attempted, that creates disequilibrium, but that when something is figured out and understood, learning, it is then what we think of as equilibrium of the mind of the student's learning. Alright, so Constructivism's viewpoint on curriculum and children and teachers and assessment. So they believe that the curriculum, alright, is not necessarily the traditional way. So they believe in a skills emphasis, but also they believe on hands-on, so that the child needs to be doing. But also they believe in choice. So this is kind of a little bit of Dewey's influence there, where the child's leaning is critical. So now you have also the perspective on the child. All right, the child is not a tabula rasa. They're the ones who actually interact and construct their understandings. All right, and that this is something that they also bring their own knowledge of things. They bring their own understanding of things, so that they're not completely blank slates. Okay, and also teachers. Teachers are viewed as facilitators or coordinators, and that they should be thought provokers. So they should be asking the question that asks for a deeper understanding, for a deeper meaning to be developed. All right. Now, assessment for Constructivism is for the It's to be something that's considered they want to see it demonstrated, not just merely answered on a test, a question, multiple choice. They would also like to see assessment as evaluating a performance, a skill that a student does. But also, they think that assessment should be done of the skills the student has acquired. Now, we are going to discuss briefly the PAR model. Now, that is your present, apply, and review. So, the model, is for the teacher to present, and then for the students to apply, and then there is a review. This is a really basic, typical, common pattern. If you'll find it in classes for the business world, you'll find it in all kinds of places. So when there is this basic pattern, there's different terms they'll be used, alright? But, this is specific to the PAR model, that when a teacher is talking or explaining something, there is a maximum of 30%, 35% of the time taken up. Alright, that's key. 35% of the time is maximum of what a teacher should take up talking to students. Rather, the application and hands-on time for the students should be 60% or more. Then also you have here your review. It says that the percentage of the time of a lesson should be over 5%. So there's percentages assigned to how much, the teacher talks, what the students do, and that review, that overall wrap-up of a lesson. So also we have here an scenario. I've chosen elementary math, and I've chosen elementary math because this specific model would apply to the use of manipulatives in explaining new concepts, or to demonstrate the differences of concepts. So, for example, you could use manipulatives to demonstrate why it is important in subtraction, and then later on in division, why it's critical where you place your numbers. Alright? For example, 6 minus 9, we know in the higher math that that would be a negative number, but for starting out, it's critical that they learn that it does make a difference, that you can't take 9 out of 6, but that rather you will take 6 out of 9. That's correct. So they need to understand that that math sentence, actually is very specific, because subtraction, there's a difference between addition and subtraction. Subtraction does not have a communicative property like addition does. It does matter for subtraction where you switch it around. So my example would be that the students would use manipulatives. I would do the talking, students would do the manipulatives, and learn and understand that it matters that you can't take 6 out of 9 when you have your very basic subtraction, but that you can take 6 out of 9, and that it's critical, and that it is not like the addition communicative property. So that would be my scenario, because with manipulatives, the student would have or need a lot of time to use them, because you do more than just one math sentence or one set of math sentences. Alright? And so that is important. And of course, here is the references. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a good evening.